Sometimes when we hear words like ritual, some people get a little bit like weirded out. Like, is it something strange? Is it like we think we're creating something out of nothing? Is it religious? Is it dogmatic? And I just want to clear all of that up and say that rituals are just containers that we create that help us tap into the sacredness of the moment. So it's not to say that by doing a ritual, by doing certain steps, we are like creating magic out of thin air. We're creating sacredness where there was no sacredness before. But it's just creating a container that helps our mind become aware and present and attuned to the divinity that is always right here. Now, ideally, we didn't even need to do any elaborate steps to tap into that, but most of us don't live with this constant awareness in our hearts of the sacredness of life. Sometimes we may have a certain experience. Maybe you did a cacao ceremony, or you went to ecstatic dance, or you had just an experience in your life that really opened you. And in that moment, you had such a deep state of inner knowing. But then in the next moment, you have a fight with your partner, or you're thinking about what you need to make for dinner, or you're stressed about paying the bills. And most of the time in those moments, we're completely tapped out and we're not able to remember that sacredness. And with sexuality, the same thing applies. When we go into habitual ways of masturbating or making love, maybe you masturbate after a really stressful day at work just to let go of everything that happened and as a stress release and just to give you something to be able to go to sleep. And you're not really tuned into the sacredness of the act. So by doing rituals, it's helping your mind to really tap into the sacredness, and it's creating a container where it's more likely that you'll have a deep and meaningful experience. And specifically in sexual rituals, we start to tap into the whole sensuality of sex. So instead of just going straight for penetration or rubbing the genitals and trying to rush to the finish line, in rituals, we really take our time. There's many different steps. We awaken all of our senses and we really luxuriate in the experience. So not only does that help us tap in more and become more present, but it also opens up a deeper level of pleasure and orgasmic potential.